Hey everybody, this is Scootmin with Clan Seraphim, doing something a little bit different today, hopefully doing a little bit of marketing for our league that we just started, or brought back I should say. So what I've done is loaded my 84 card sealed pool. For those of you that don't know, it's an all-popper league with a predefined card pool that I actually designed with some help from Driftset and Morgoloth. So props to those two as well. Um, so I've noticed that the strongest color is red thus far. um, Now we did go ahead and weaken red a little bit to make it a little bit more competitive. That being said, it's also my favorite color in the game, so that's where I'd like to start as far as pulling out some playables here. Um, Geist Flame is going to be a good one. Galvanic Blast, obviously a good one. Forge Devil is going to be good. Again, it is Pauper, so you're going to get a lot of dinky 1 toughness creatures. Guys like Porcelain Legionnaire are going to be auto-includes in just about any deck. So there's going to almost always be somebody on the battlefield that Forge Devil can take out. Kind of the same with Spawning Breath. Ashmouth Hound, pretty good. Blood Ogre is a beast. Brimstone Volley is going to be amazing. Let's see. Grinning Ignis. He's okay. I've seen him used in when we had the Future Sight League back in the day. I wasn't a huge fan of him, and I actually never used him. I just had him used against me, and I never really minded when he was used against me. So that's probably a sign. Act of Treason, probably a fine, sideboard card, so I'll leave it there. Once you make the deck, it's a 40-card deck. You can use all 84 of your cards plus any amount of basic land you want. Pretty much always want to add some basic land to your sideboard in case you want to side into a different color. But then the rest of your cards can go into your sideboard. So, if I'm facing a bunch of Fangren Marauders and, other giant beasts, Act of Treason might be good as a sideboard card. Prodigal Pyromancer is going to be awesome. Razor Swine could be good. Crossway Vampires could be good. Let's see. Well, he could be okay, but probably not. Empty the Warrens. This doesn't seem like the deck for Empty the Warrens. Warspike Changeling, I believe, is pretty good. Yeah, he's good. And Wrap in Flames is amazing. So far I have about 10 cards that I am almost certainly playing. Make that 11, because I know I'm going to play the Porcelain Legionnaire. Even if I'm not in white. I'll put these guys to the side down here. That way I can cost sort. Converted mana cost. Here we go. So the curve's looking pretty good as far as a Pauper deck is concerned. That being said, it's not really aggressive despite the aggressive curve, because I've got a lot of removal here. Ashmouth Hound is pretty aggressive in Pauper. Blood Ogre, obviously very aggressive, and Prodigal Pyromancer can be both aggressive and defensive. So let's just kind of look through, scanning for bombs, really. Oblivion Ring, obviously a bomb. Temporal Isolation is good removal. Apostle's Blessing may very well go in any deck that I build, even if I have to pay 2 life every time. I guess as far as white's concerned, that's the 2 most powerful cards there. Okay, Core Cartographer's pretty good too, but the deck that I'm building right now doesn't seem like a Core Cartographer deck. Now blue, obviously Mold Drifter is probably among the best cards, I should say, in this Pauper League. Skywatcher Adept's pretty good. Stitch Drake is okay. Stormbound Geist is okay. And some pretty good flyers here. So it's looking like blue is probably what I'm going to pair with, at least at the moment. That's fair. Moon Heron, another flyer. Okay. So blue seems pretty good. Let's see, that's 8 or 9 cards? Yeah, 8 cards. So, yeah, that could easily be our second color. Let's see what we have here. Wanderer's Twig's fair. Iron Mirror would probably make the deck, but not definitely. Pilgrim's Eye. Yeah, Pilgrim's Eye would probably almost always make the deck. Perilous Mirror is definitely going to make the deck. And these other cards are kind of meh. Wanderer's Twig and Pilgrim's Eye are probably maybes, depending if there's something worth a splash. Like if I don't play blue and play Mole Drifter or something, then I'd want both of these cards. Let's check out the lands that we have available. Groll Turf wants us to go in green. Forgotten Cave is definitely going to be in the deck. I guess I can put him over here for now. Halimar Depths is good. And we've got another green land. Fangrim Marauders is extremely good in like Scars block, but probably not quite as good if you're looking at this league. Now that being said, we've got Wanderer's Twig, we've got like Pilgrim's Eye is very expendable, Horizon Spellbomb, that sort of thing. Perilous Mirror, Porcelain Legionnaire are both cards that you'd want to use with it. But it's not going to be as strong as it was in Scars block. Llanowar Elves is really good. Dawntrotter Elk is going to be good. Mirebow is good. Ember Weaver, don't know what he does. 3/3 First Striker with Reach. He definitely seems like a good, at least sideboard option. Search is good. Trollhide's really good if you can get it on something like Aven Fleetwing. Or even something like Dothy Horror or Dothy Marauder. Yeah, green looks fine. Could easily be playing green or blue. Let's see, becomes black and gains fear, and you draw a card. That's a pretty interesting card. So I could see that being played. Let's see, not gonna play these guys. I could see this being played. Could see Duress being played. Obviously, Tragic Slip and Vendetta both. Yoke of the Damned, I don't believe I was... Yeah, I'm not too crazy about Yoke of the Damned, although with the amount of removal that this deck is looking like it's going to have, it pretty much just is another removal spell. So that could go in. Blind Creeper is fine if you're aggressive, but this deck is probably not very aggressive, so I'll put him in the maybe pile. The Dothy cards would definitely go in. If I'm playing the Dothy guys, then Dark Favor probably goes in also. But I don't have any like red evasive guys or anything, so just the whole black doesn't seem like it's giving me any way to get there. He's okay. This controller loses 3 life and it attacks. Well, that could be a good way to get some damage through. Pay life and fix your mana. He seems pretty cool too. Alright. So, after all that is said, I think blue is probably the best color to pair here, because it gives us kind of the win conditions we need. So in that case, well, these guys will all probably just go in. And that gives us 20 spells so far, with a bunch that we could possibly play. Like Iron Mirror would help ramp into Mole Drifter. And it also, casts the red spells, so we can play more islands in the deck. Also helps to level the Skywatcher Adept. Though I'm not certain that Skywatcher Adept is going to be very good in this format. There is quite a bit of removal when you're looking at all of the black removal, all of the white removal, obviously the red removal. So leveling creatures might not be that great. So let's see what else we can find here. Doesn't seem that good. Can block only creatures with flying. Yeah, he seems fine. I don't plan on blocking that often. Okay, target creature becomes 4/4, gains all creature types, and gains flying until end of turn. That could be a pretty good way to push through something like an Ashmouth Hound. Or like Iron Mirror or something toward the end of the game. Non-land permanent owner's hand. And Pestermite seems good. So here's 22 playable cards. I think I'm going to look for one more. Razor Swine seems really defensive. So maybe it's just Crossway Vampire. Though I don't have that much that I want to push through. You know, Crossway Vampires would be good if we had like Fangor Marauders that we're looking to push a bunch of damage through or something. Crystal Seer didn't seem that good. Yeah. So I'd like to have another kind of win condition outside of the flying guys, perhaps. Or I guess I could just play the Pilgrim's Eye. It is a 1/1 flyer, so it basically, you know, pings every turn. I could just maybe splash for Oblivion Ring, though if I did that I'd definitely want both the Wanderer's Twig and Pilgrim's Eye in the deck. I don't know that Oblivion Ring is good enough for that, though. Let's see, Blinding Soul Eater, meh. I guess I could run Fangor Marauder and just play like 1 or 2 forests. The deck doesn't seem that starved for mana. And this guy is pretty good. Even just as a 5/5 for 6, it's not the worst, but if one artifact goes into the graveyard, 5 life is so much. But maybe I'm just better off playing like Apostle's Blessing. Geez, I don't know what this last card's going to be. I think I'm just going to play the Fangor Marauder. Like Halimar Depths will help me fix a little bit. You know, Forgotten Caves. You can always cycle this guy to go through your deck a little bit faster. I guess instead of Iron Mirror, I'll just use the Pilgrim's Eye. And that'll allow me to play Pilgrim's Eye plus just 1 forest. So let's go ahead and get some basic lands added. So like I said, I'm going to add a bunch of land to the sideboard, just in case I want to, you know, sideboard into a completely different set of colors. So the 2 colors we're not playing are white, which I'll add 8, and then we want some swamps for the sideboard. And now I have 14 cards left between mountains and islands. So let's sort by color. Pretty even mix. The only double casting cost is in blue. That being said, I think I'm just going to go with an even mix. Or I could go 6 and 8. Yeah, 6 and 8 seems fine. Now did I add? Yeah, I added mountains. Now I'll just add some islands to the sideboard and 8 to the deck. So this will be the deck that I'm going to start to battle with. And I will be back with at least one opponent that we can watch how a match plays out. So I hope you guys enjoyed kind of the deck tutorial on my sealed pool for the first iteration of our new league, and hopefully that has inspired you to give it a shot. Basically $5 to enter, 70% goes to the top 3 place winners, and then the rest goes to the clan to help with clan sponsored events, buy cards for the cube, that sort of thing. So 5 tickets to entry, not that much, and you get quite a bit of fun out of it. It lasts you the whole month. You get 15 new cards every week. You are responsible for owning your own cards, but it's really easy to pick them up. If you're starting from scratch with nothing, it typically takes about 3 tickets to buy your whole 84 card sealed pool, and that's coming in with no cards at all. There's really only one expensive card, and that's Mold Drifter, is about 95 cents. The rest are going to range between like 4 and 8 cents, with a couple of them like I think Forgotten Cave and Gruul Turf for like 10 or 11 each, something like that. So really not all that expensive, and it's definitely worth it for all the fun you get out of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys playing me in the league.